Welcome to Parev TV. Once again, we are excited. Every time we bring you these programs, we're very excited. But this one is a very special one. It deals with something which is very, very important for the diaspora Armenian community. And that has to do with the schools that are attached to the churches. Armenian schools and Sunday schools are very, very well known throughout the diaspora. We are going to discuss today an Armenian school of St. Thomas Armenian School, which is the Kirikian Armenian School. And with us to help us clarify what is happening in the school, we have Talar Sarafian, and the other one is Talar Yatstangakal. I'm sorry, the Armenian names are very difficult to pronounce, but we'll manage. So we have two Talars, and it is honestly a pleasure for me to talk to you. Both of you, I know Talar Sarafian better, but both of you are immersed in the community, and you have done so much. And whenever we speak of frontliners, I think of you as frontliners of the community. Unfortunately, Armenian schools and Sunday schools, especially Armenian schools, are not given the attention they deserve, unfortunately. This has nothing to do with St. Thomas. It has to do across the board, and I'll take the blame if I'm wrong. But this is, I think, very important. When you grow up, many people say, oh, I learned a little bit Armenian in a church's Saturday school. So we have to be proud of the work that goes into it. There are many people that come together to organize a school. We know we're in the pandemic. Talar Sarafian, give us an outline. There's so much you can talk about individuals. By the way, speak about individuals. Before you give the name, I'd like to mention Ani Chapan, who's been a fortress for the Kirikian School. And if I may also throw one more name, is Mary Saradarian, who's a good friend who really initiated this interview. So for these two, I'd like to especially recognize. And what can you tell us about the others in the school in general?
Thank you, Vartan. First, I'd like to again thank you for having us on. Speaking of frontline workers, I think you're one of those for our Armenian community. We really appreciate all the work that you put in and all these Parev TV interviews that you're conducting. Regarding St. Thomas's Kirikian Armenian School, we are very proud of our school, of our Armenian school, which is run on Saturdays. As you mentioned, Diginani Chapan is our superintendent. Our, of course, pastor is our president of the board. You very well know our very Reverend Father, Papken Anushan, serves as our president. And under both of their leadership, our school has thrived for many, many years. Kirikian Armenian School started back in 1940, so we are celebrating 60 years of Armenian education on Saturdays. We run just like an everyday, just like the academic year, September to June, on Saturdays, 9:15 to 1:15. And we provide not only Armenian language education, but Armenian history, Armenian religion, culture, Armenian dance, music, art, songs. So it really is a full educational program. We have a full curriculum. We have an enrollment of over 100 students every year. We have 21 teachers and staff who come, who are dedicated weekly, give their time to help these students not only learn Armenian and about our culture, but also socialize with other Armenian students, which I think is also a very, very important factor.
You know, let me go to Talar, the other Talar, the art teacher, Talar. You have a very impressive background. You came to the United States in the year 2000. You were a French teacher in Turkey, and you have gotten your MBA. Congratulations, in New York.
Thank you.
So there is a very, very powerful, rich background you have. And with all that, you are contributing to the school at Tenafly, and your passion and love is art. And you say, no matter what art you use, there is no bad art. And I love that aspect. What does art mean to you, and what kind of art do you bring to the kids at the Kirikian School?
Okay. When they brought to my attention this art program, I was very nervous at the beginning because, as you said, I have a French education background. I was in a French school back home. I only did elementary Armenian school. So I was missing a lot of cultural part I've never been exposed to. But when they introduced me, Digin Japan introduced me to this program, and I was like looking for every week, like what this week's meaning and everything. So I was just exploring a lot of things, and I loved how rich our Armenian culture are, and I really want to teach the kids. They learn from art, they learn from music, you know, like you have to introduce them things their way. So my goal, my mission was, I wanted them to express themselves with art, because that was my main thing, to put the painting or the whatever they use, to put their knowledge in it. And this way they will be like free to express themselves, and they will learn, and it will remain in their memories, you know, whatever you introduce.
You know what I liked is when you said you love the innocence and the energy of the kids. And I think that is something you get. You'll always be young at heart when you work with kids. Tell me how do they react when they hold a painting of Mount Ararat or Gorky or Savannah Leach? What is their feeling like?
I see the pride in their eyes, because you know what, over there, when you work with them in the classroom is different than virtually, because lately we were doing virtual learning. I wouldn't get in contact with them, but every time I would be like writing like little text messages to encourage them to do more, motivate them. So when I ask them to take a picture holding their paintings or drawings, whatever it is, I wanted to see that smile. And I will encourage them to show. And you know what? You don't have to tell them to smile. They will do it no matter what, because they are really proud of themselves.
Talar Sarafian, you know, when you speak about the school, you said since 1940, the school has been thriving, and very correctly so. We witnessed the success from the students that come out of the Kirikian school. But when you speak about thriving, there is organization. Whenever you see pictures or activities within the Kirikian school, you feel the organization, which comes from a good leadership, obviously. Tell us more about how they're able to achieve that.
Sure. First, let me correct. If I did say 1940, 1960, we were established in 1960, so we're celebrating our 60th year. But to address your question about the energy in school, it really comes from the leadership down. You know, we really have a great leadership in our principal, Digin Chapan. We have a great executive board that is always hands-on. And of course, our teachers. I think a lot of credit has to go to our teachers and staff who energize, as you said, these students to not only learn, but want to be there, want to engage, want to interact with their other Armenian friends, and want to learn about the culture. And I think a lot of the credit has to go to our teachers and staff who are wonderful. We have a dual language program, dual track program, meaning we have a track for students who come from Armenian speaking homes. And we also have a track which follows the same curriculum, but for students who come from non-Armenian speaking homes. So, and those classes are concentrated mostly on conversation, which what we feel is the most important thing today, living in the diaspora, is to be able to communicate in Armenian. So that track of our curriculum mostly concentrates on conversation. And the students who come from Armenian-speaking homes, they do everything in class in Armenian, just like they would in an everyday Armenian school. So I think what's wonderful about a Saturday Armenian school education is that not everybody has access to an everyday Armenian school. So this is a great alternative for those families who are looking to teach their children the importance of our Armenian culture and importance of our Armenian heritage and language and history. This is a great option for many families who want their children to interact with other Armenian students and not only socialize, but in the same time learn about our Armenian culture and history.
Just curious, over the years you have held the Armenian school classes on a Saturday, and how many hours is it?
Yes, so it's always been on a Saturday. It's Saturday mornings, and it's typically 9:15 to 1:15, so that's about 4 hours.
Wow.
It's a long day, and we cover everything from, like I said, not only language, history, culture, but our Harsup, Kirikian Armenian also gives religion classes, Armenian religion classes. So he too participates in the education program. And of course, we have dance classes, we have music classes, we have art classes with Talad. So we really do have a wide variety of classes that we offer and a whole curriculum that we cover.
Talar.
Yes,
I'm sorry. But the question I have is, I saw some pictures of the kids with their artwork in a video.
And they are on my wall.
You have it on the wall. Beautiful, beautiful.
Yes.
You're so proud of them all. But you know, it's so true. Even if we only teach them what Mount Ararat is, or who Gorky was, or Khorvirab, or whatever, they remember these things. They remember these images. And there are such beautiful smiles on their faces as they hold these pictures. And I really have to commend you. You have found the right formula to inject in them that pride. And I think that is a very important thing to instill in them pride. I don't know how successful we are with the language, exposing to the language, but what is the secret? What is it they enjoy with art? Tell me, what is it they really like?
Okay, the classes I'm covering, they are first, second, and third graders. They are so young. And when I approach them, there is no wrong. There is no bad art, you know, whatever they do. You know, like, first of all, when they come to my class, they are free of all the challenges. You know, like, I don't challenge them. I just give them and I ask them to do whatever they like to do. For pomegranates, here, I had one realistic pomegranate picture and I had an abstract of it. So when they come and then see the pomegranate reality, real pomegranate, they will say, oh my God, it's too hard, I cannot do it, right? So the way I take it, I said, look at the pomegranate, what's common in there? You see the color, you see the seeds, you see the branch. So when you put all this together your way, when I look at it, I will see a pomegranate. And then when I show them the abstract of it, they'll be like, oh my God, this is not a real one. So like, I want to see them. And then that's the secret, I think. You cannot expect the kids, the first, second, third graders, to give you, you know, like I expect them to be more Picasso than Rembrandt.
You know, I really want to repeat what you said now and what you said in the email. There is no wrong art. Every form of art is so beautiful. And I think that should be your opening to any class you have.
Definitely.
And also, as you deliver your message to the parents. Talar հայրենով խոսենք Talar Սարաֆյան առաջ. Talar ամենա դժվարին կորձ արտասահմանի մեջ մանավանդ բադանի դարիներուն երիտասարդներուն սորվեցունել հայերեն խոսիլը։ Շփախտապար շատերը կամ որ մենք կճանչնանք եւ գիտենք, որ ետ նայելով, դարիքնին առնելով ետ նայելով կսեն Երանի ավելի հայերեն սորվեի։ Ամենք կսկիդենք այդ ցանկի քաղաքնիկն է գամգանքի անուշություն Երանի ավելի քիդնայի, Երանի ավելի սորվի, Երանի ավելի ուրեմն ցեվում իրենց նախնական դարիներուն ձնողքին բարդականությունն է իրենց հայտուբրոցը փերել եւ հասկացնել թե ինչու կարեւոր է։ Դուք եկու կտար զավակ ունի։ Ինչ կրնա կսել հայերենով այդ ընտանիքներու, մայրերու, հայրերու, որոնք մի քիչ ավելի դժվարությամբ գմոդեն այս հարցին կամ փախուստ կուտա։
Հարգավ, այսինքն կգարձեմ, որ բոլոր հայ ընտանիքներ գուզեն իրենց երեխաները հայ ընկերություններ ունենան, հայ մթնոլորտի մեջ մտնան, եւ երբեմն կգարձեմ, որ լեզուն խնդիր կրնալալ։ Բայց աստծեվով, եթե երեխան բզդիկ տարիքեն սկսենք հայթբրոց փերել, որ վարժվին, ընկերություններ շինեն եւ այդ քաշվիլը քիչմը այլևս վերջանա, որ չափ որ վարժվին հայ լեզուն իմանալու, անչափ իրենք հանգիստ պիտի լան խոսելու։ So կարևոր է, այո, թյուրին չէ ծնողներու համար ամեն շաբաթ օրը փերել երեխան հայ դբրոց, չէ մեկ ավելի օր մնե որ դբրոցի տաս պետք է անեն, վազվզուն կգա, քշել փերելը գա, բայց կգարձեմ որ բոլոր ծնողներն պիտի համաձայնին որ շատ կարևոր է հայ երեխան մտնա ոչ միայն հայ դբրոցի մտնոլորտի, բայց բոլոր հայության մտնոլորտի հայ ընկերներով շրջապատվին, հայ գազագերբության մեջ մտնան եւ բարձաբես իրենց կյանքը ոչ միայն ամերիկացի ընկեր ունենան, բայց հայ ընկերներ ունենան։
Բզդիկներ որ կան մեր Kirikian Armenian School-ի մեջ ուրախ պետք է լան, հոնլալին կարևոր ընկերներով ինչ կսորվինն է, ուրախ լան նշադավոր կսորվին։ Անոր համար մեր ուսուցիչները դանդին superintendent Digin Chapանը եւ ով որ հոնգլա ամենն շատ գոկնեն որ բոլոր բզդիկներուն որ ավոր օրմանցն են ոնդեղ կարևորը մենակ լեզուն սորվիլ չէ կարևորը մերին մշակույթը հայոց մշակույթը սորվին ամեն բանով
Talar Sarafian, we are all in a pandemic coronavirus, and our lives have changed, but the education hasn't changed. And how did you cope with that?
Yeah, very good question, Vartan. Thank you for asking, because as you know, all public schools, private schools had to develop a new plan of what we've come to learn as distance learning. And similarly, our Armenian school had to adapt and adjust to a new way of learning. And once again, credit goes to our leadership, to Digin Chapan, to all our teachers who were really incredible in this whole process. A lot of them who had never even heard of Zoom, all of a sudden had to figure out what Zoom was and how to use it, whether it was asking their children to help them or, but I have to give everyone credit. All 21 of our teachers were very engaged, very hands-on, whether they conducted their weekly classes through Zoom or FaceTime or calls. My point is they all did it. They were all dedicated. Parents were dedicated, students were dedicated, that they called into these Zoom classes. And then most importantly, we were able to finish our curriculum for the year so that come September, our students can actually move on to the next level, to the next grade, which is, I believe, a huge, huge achievement for a little Armenian school that, very quickly adapted to the way things are. And part of this distance learning, what's an added bonus for us is that because we have Zoom now and our teachers have become versed in this, we are adding a class called Conversation Through Distance Learning. So now you don't even have to come physically to Kirikian Armenian School, but you can sign up through Zoom to learn Armenian, just a conversation, just a speaking conversation, which is going to be added to our curriculum come September. One of our teachers who does a bilingual conversation class has facilitated this project. So Digin Ani Chapan is adding it to our curriculum, and we're very proud of that fact as well.
That's beautiful, honestly, very beautiful. Ani Yastan Gakala, your closing remarks. What would you like to say in Armenian or in English?
Okay, as I mentioned before, I want all the kids to be happy. If they're happy, they're learning. So you have to just teach them. They are all learning, no matter what. But the way you teach them, they have to have the freedom in it. So as my mission states again, please give them the wings to be free. Give them art, give them music. I encourage all the parents to get involved in pushing the kids into those programs.
Beautiful, beautiful. Talar, your closing remarks.
Well, I'd like to say that, come September, nobody knows what's going to happen. We are following, obviously, New Jersey educational rules and what Governor Murphy lays out. But we hope to see all our students back in September. Of course, things will be a little different. We'll be social distancing, but we hope to be back in school, and we hope to engage with our students and staff and parents once again. And we thank you for this opportunity, Vartan.
Yeah, thank you, Vartan.
I'd like to thank both of you, both Talars, honestly, and I say it very, very sincerely. Armenian schools and the many people who devote their time and dedicate service to the teaching of Armenian language are unfortunately not as appreciated as they should be. And unfortunately, this is the most important aspect of community life, the language, I think. So on my behalf, let me congratulate you. Let me congratulate the whole school, because it's a very well-known, successful school. And remind all the parents who are listening to us that we encourage them to go and teach their kids the Armenian language and give them as much as they can, as difficult as it, or as little as it is, whether it's through art, as Kirikian School offers, or the language, or the environment, and let them all do it with lovingly, as the message is clearly brought out today. So congratulations, good luck, and all the best. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.